We got a hisser.
It's literally like I could listen to like a 10-hour ASMR of Monster opening on repeat.
Cheers, dude.
Let's get it.
The last podcast ever of Storytime with Mo Samuels.
Yeah, how crazy. Why is it the last one ever?
Don't know, just is. I've decided.
Am I dying soon, am I?
I'm dying
How
soon.
am I going to die?
I mean, this is the last one I'm going to be on ever.
What? You're not allowed to die?
I'm not going to make it through the next 2 weeks, mate.
All right, so just as an FYI to the listeners of this podcast, we've got Mr. Tom Stockton back, obviously, due to the title. But, dude, I had a bit of a epiphany, right? Not an epiphany. I was deep in thought about this podcast. And I was like, why do I enjoy doing it with Tom so much? And why do the ones that Tom is on, why do like people like listening to them? And then I was like, it's because we just literally talk about fucking anything. Like we just have a normal conversation.
Value.
About shit.
Value.
So I've got, moving forwards, mate, I'm going to have no plan. We've literally just sat down and decided to do a podcast. We have nothing structured.
No.
So that's how we're going to rock it from here on out.
I like it. What, with all of your guests?
I think so, yeah. Because like I was thinking about this, mate, and like the last one I did of Ollie and Ruben, it was sick, but I feel like it's a bit too interview for me. Like I'd rather just sit on a sofa with them and
It's
just
not you, man.
chat shit. Yeah, I don't want to be like, I love Modern Wisdom podcast where like Chris actually interviews people, but I just want to have a sick, like a conversation, like the conversation. Shit, you can't say the R word anymore, can you? Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Conversation.
Basically, Chris is good at interviewing, you're good at chatting, mate.
There we go.
There we go, play to your strengths.
I don't even think I'm good at chatting. I'm just good at chatting shit.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's entertaining.
Yeah, nah, I rate it, man. Roll with it. Roll with it.
All right. But yeah, dude, you're deep in the depths of competition prep, aren't you?
So yeah, the last time I was on here, I was at the start of competition prep, like a few weeks in. And now we're like 2 weeks out from the British finals and then 2 weeks out from the Open finals for the WNBF.
I don't think you'd competed when we had chatted last time.
No.
You've been smashing it, mate.
No, way off.
Fucking smashing it.
Of course we have, mate.
Good old mastectomy Tom has finally...
I've advanced. So it's only taken how many years of friendship for me to finally surpass you in terms of physique? Definitely have.
Mate, I'll pose down right now with you and fucking... No, I won't.
People would run away screaming if you took your top off, mate.
Yeah, that gyno, like the receding hair, like the acne, like fucking hell, man.
But no, it's been a good season so far, mate.
Yeah, what have you done? How many trophies have you won?
I've done 3 shows so far. I'm going to be doing 5 total. Long old season. We've got first place and overall at my first show. First place and overall at my second show. First show that I did, first place and overall, wasn't a tested show either. So obviously...
You took drugs for that one, yeah?
I took drugs for that one.
Yeah, I took steroids for that one.
No, but I was against guys. So when I won my category of men's physique, I then went into the overall. So I was the top men's physique guy on the day. Then went into the overall, and it turns out at this show, they put you in with all the bodybuilders.
Really?
Yeah. So like I was stood on stage with guys that were like twice the weight as me.
Were you scared?
No.
Were you...
I had it in the bag. I was just like, caught a glimpse of the jawline, and I was like,
wait,
yeah.
is this the one you won or is this one you came second at?
No, this is the one I won.
Oh, fuck. Well done.
I beat bodybuilders, mate.
Well done, mate.
Yeah.
You're bigger than a bodybuilder.
Jumped on stage with them, beat them. So I was like, sound, that's cool. That wasn't like the main objective. Like we jumped into that show like last minute. We didn't even peak for it. I think I just like smashed loads of like cereal before I went on stage.
Yeah.
And then, no, I'm joking. Actually, we loaded up like 700 grams of carbs, but that was literally it. Jumped on stage, had some fun, and then won that one. And then the second one was the UKID FBA Northerns, which was a big one for me because I've never won a UKID FBA show. The best I've done is third.
Yeah, I feel like the natural shows can be harder than the untested shows because you get a load, like at certain untested shows, you get just a load of fucking morons who just pinned a load of gear and like, oh no, let's compete. Obviously, it's like, I feel like it's really, really good or they're pretty shit.
Yeah. At enhanced shows, it's exactly that. They're either really good or they're like average. They've been training for like a couple of years. But versus at natural shows, what you'll find is it's guys that have come back over and over again. And it's guys that have been training for like 10 years.
Yeah, it's like their life is that.
Yeah. Like that's their like true passion. Whereas like you get in a lot of enhanced federations, like there's guys that are quite new to the scene, have obviously, made that little jump to take in gear and whatnot and don't necessarily bring the best packages. But then there's other guys that are just absolutely... Basically, you never know who's going to turn up. But from what I've found, natural federations are like fiercely competitive.
Yeah.
You know, and I love that. That's why I want to do well in like natural.
How much weight have you lost?
40 pounds so far.
What's that? 22 kilos.
So like if we...
Is that 22 kilos? Yeah.
No. It's like 18.
Really?
Yeah.
2.2 kilos in a
like
pound.
18 and a half kilos.
Okay, I've got that wrong way. Okay, yeah.
Actually, a new low weigh in today, actually.
What you went?
60. I always keep saying 70. 69.2.
Bro, that's fucking crazy to me, man.
Yeah, I've been down to 68.6, but that was like during peak week for depletion. So obviously, with the peak, if anyone doesn't know, with a peak week, basically what you do is the goal is to essentially rid your body of carbs and then load up on drop stress, rid your body of carbs in the initial stages of the week, depending on what peak and process you do. And then later on in the week, you load up on carbs. Now, obviously, if you're depleting your muscles of carbs, you're also going to lose a lot of fucking water as well. So we did drop down to 68.6 kg when I was like, do you know like Voldemort in the train station when he's that little pulp mess? He's that little weird baby. Yeah. That was me at that weight. But now we're at that weight whilst eating regular food.
Now you look like concentration camp survivor.
Yeah,
bro. Well, to be fair, your face doesn't look too gaunt at the minute.
No, do you know what? That's because I'm just like riddled with inflammation.
Oh yeah, the stress you're talking about. How are you feeling though? Other than how fucked? How many weeks have you been dieting?
Total 26, 27.
Yeah, so you've been dieting 27 weeks. You've lost 40 pounds.
Yeah,
and it's not even like if a fat person lost 40 pounds, they would probably feel good by the end of that 40-pound loss. Like they'd feel a lot fitter. I think people fail to realize like just how fucked like because you're literally starving yourself to death, dude. Yeah, like you're literally killing yourself slowly.
My testosterone levels are shot. Like I'm ordering in a test, gonna get that done because I did a test at the starter prep and came back red. I was like,
I'm gonna be like 5 nanograms.
I was like, here we go. I'm gonna be low testosterone.
Yeah.
Clicked the little down button on MediChecks. Do you have a discount code for MediChecks?
Probably, I don't know. MediChecks or what's the other one?
Double check that one. But yeah, anyway. So
what's the other one? MediChecks or Let's Get Checked?
Let's Get Checked.
I do with one of those. I'll put in the podcast link.
Let's Get Checked sounds like
you got STIs.
Yeah. I wouldn't touch that with barge pole.
Bro, come on. I think I might have a discount code for Let's Get Checked. So let's big up Let's Get. Yeah, that's the best one, bro.
Nah, MediChecks. Anyway. So did a testosterone check. Come back at 29.1. Natural range is upwards of 29. So I was like 0.1 over.
Is it upwards of 29?
Yep. So I think it's like 12 to 29. Yeah. Don't.
Oh, you mean the upper range of it? Upper quartile. Yeah.
So I think
that's correct.
I was technically high testosterone. So I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But now in the bin. Absolutely.
I reckon it's gonna be like 5 or 6. I literally reckon if you went to a doctor, they would prescribe a TRT. I reckon.
Do you reckon I should do that?
Yeah, bro. Definitely. 100%. Seems like a great idea.
And then just take the natural world by storm.
Yeah, there we go. You're on TRT, bro. It's natural.
We get that more plates, more dates, sports. They call it sports TRT, don't they?
Oh, mate, it fucking triggers me when people say that, oh yeah, we're on TRT. No, you're just running a cycle of testosterone. Like TRT is meant to take you to baseline physiological range. It's like...
And the upper range of that, I think, is like 150 meg of testosterone.
I think it depends on your genetics in terms of how you...
Genetic, obviously. So for me, for instance, it would be about 400, right?
400 megs of testosterone.
That's what we'd need. But now I was actually listening to a video yesterday with Derek and Jeff Nippard.
Yeah.
And Derek was saying anything over like kind of 150. Some people, like genetic outliers, would need like 200, like upper range, but anything over like 150 in general was like sports TRT.
It's going to be
creeping into like super physiological. 100%. So a lot of like influencers that you see that are saying, I'm just on TRT, and then their fucking face just blows up, and then they're like all of a sudden getting like pretty damn jacked. It's like, no, you're not. You're on,
bro. I don't want to name any names, but
I know, mate.
Yeah,
I see it,
bro.
Man.
Like, how mad is it?
Yeah.
How gear makes people's face change.
Yeah.
Like just it
makes them look like us, just handsome.
Handsome Squidward.
Yeah.
But it's a step above that though, dude. Like, although you're lean and you're like, you got like a chiseled jaw and stuff, it's like the gear. Is it just gear growing the muscle? That's what I always thought it was.
It's fluid retention.
But I think
it's nitrogen retention.
With something like HGH, I think. But I thought
No, even testosterone.
I was under the impression as well that it was because you've got so many anabolic substances in you, muscles that don't normally grow are just going to grow.
Yeah.
So you get like that jaw, bro.
You get like, you look at bodybuilders that have been in the game for like years, right? They do get muscular development on their face.
Yeah.
Like their faces grow, everything grows, you know? Because there's muscles in your face. But imagine me, dude.
You'd be fucking. Imagine you bald with like a.
I'd be
geary
so
face.
handsome, man.
You'd be terrible. You'd look like literally Squidward, bro.
Yeah, not a vibe.
I really want to know like what like a bodybuilder like clit looks like. Like do you know where it's like grown and all like fucking. I'm pretty sure I googled it, but I didn't. I was like disappointed by the results.
Right now, with the hormonal state I'm in, mate, I couldn't imagine anything more repulsive.
Yeah, me neither. Even though I'm a man with testosterone.
I don't know.
When
mate.
was the last time you got an erection?
Well, I have to think about it.
Yeah.
So long enough.
I'm talking like a proper like.
Oh.
Not like a 60% capacity like semi.
A while.
Well, how long?
Good like couple months, 2 or 3 months. Yeah.
How do you feel in the morning as well?
In the morning, it's not too bad because my body's just like, get up, go get food. Go on. And then like I've got no food. So it's like, but yeah, in terms of like waking up, I've been waking up about 5 a.m.
What, just naturally? Because you're so hungry. Your sleep's fucked.
No, I'm not like super hungry, man. Like hunger doesn't really bother me. It's the main thing that's bothering me right now is like my emotional state. I am so. Do you think I'm a patient person? In general,
I'll just say you're more chill. You're pretty relaxed about everything.
I'm horrible, mate. I am horrible right now. Like in terms of like
don't let people tell you that.
In
bro.
terms of like patience. Oh, thank you, bro. In terms of like patience for like my dog, for instance, like I'm like really snappy with him.
Yeah, you like hit it, don't you? Kick it.
Come on, mate. Come on.
Drag it behind the car, bro.
Shut up. Get out of here. No, of course I don't. Maybe sometimes.
You say something, you're like, oh, I've been.
I'm just so snappy, dude. Like he'll cry, and I'll be like, you know, I'm like angry, like, and then I have to like check myself, like, why are you angry? So it's just like emotional regulation right now is in the absolute bin, and that's the main thing that's getting to me because like things that usually wouldn't like annoy me are annoying me. But it's like at the end of the day, it's my choice. I can't really complain about it, but I just don't want it to start like affecting those around me.
Do you feel empty as well? Just like emotionally and physically, just like hollow, empty.
Getting there.
That's what I noticed.
Getting there.
Not about you, but
yeah, but yeah, dude, I just look at you, just nothing.
Nah.
Yeah, but when you've been leading the past, you just feel empty.
I just remember, even though it's nothing compared to what you've done, but when I did that show in 2019, and I had to go on like, I think it was, I don't want to exaggerate, it's either 1,400 or it was like 1,800 calories. It might have been 14, I don't know, I can't remember.
Was that for like a couple of weeks?
It's on YouTube, yeah. Exactly. And I was doing, I think it was like an hour of cardio a day. Oh, fucking, I'd get on the cardio. I'd do cardio, bro, and just feel like an empty barrel.
Yeah.
Like I just would, my legs just feel like jelly, like I'd just done a load of cat or something.
So
I'd be like
I get more like satisfaction right now from hitting the stop button on the treadmill than what I do like food.
Really?
So I'm like, oh, like that feels good. Like, you know, yes.
Yeah.
Or like if I'm not watching the timer go, and what I do now is I've got my I initiate the cardio blocker, and that's just throw a hoodie over the timer.
What do you do when you do cardio?
What right now?
No, like what do you do? Do you listen to something? Do you?
Oh, so I currently have lost my AirPods case. So throughout this entire prep, I haven't listened to music once.
Why don't you just buy another AirPods case?
I don't know. I've challenged myself.
You're a fucking idiot.
No. Listen, genuinely, I've challenged myself. I've been like, I'm going to go through this entire prep. What's the? It's not.
It's a sadist or a masochist.
But that's like sexual pleasure. I don't get that.
Yeah, but it's just like which
basically
sadist is pain on
voluntary
pain on
discomfort,
others,
right? Voluntary
You're a
discomfort.
masochist. You're a masochist, bro.
Yeah, it's like having a cold shower. But basically, I was like, right, I'm just going to go through this entire prep and like just listen to the like people's conversations in the gym, and I've done it, and it's like it's been shit, but oh well. But yeah, anyway, so when I see the timer going by, I'm like counting down like, oh, it's just like 3 more songs, 2 more songs, 1 more song. Like that's how I break it down. My brain has to like break everything down into actionable steps in order to get through it.
Yeah.
Or like, for instance, if I'm walking to the shops right now, anytime I meet like a slight incline, I sound like I'm being such a drama queen right now, but I'm just breaking it down and what I don't complain about it, but what goes on in my brain.
He does.
Shut up, mate. So if I reach like a slight hill, I'm like, okay, here we go. Like, get ready for it.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, they're literally just like get some Dana Limbe. No, what's he called?
Machiavelli motivation. Rob
Bailey.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just little things like that, man. And I've never had that before in a prep.
Yeah.
But I'm also I've never had my glutes in. Like my glutes are in right now.
Oh, bro, yeah. The pictures you showed me are silly, mate.
Disgusting.
But it's weird because it's like, yeah, I feel like you go past a point where to the normal person, it's just like, oh yeah, this guy's lean. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? As in like there's no benefit to being that. There's fucking none. No. To be like, you feel like shit. No. Everything's shit. You're fucked.
But like obviously like I'm on Instagram glorifying it.
Yeah.
I am. Like of course, like I'm putting up posts like, yeah, I'm like in such good shape, or like, I obviously talk about how like, yeah, like probably don't want to get like this, but if anyone is like looking at that physique on Instagram and it's like, yeah, I'm going to look like that next summer for like Boardmasters or for like Ibiza, it's like, no, absolutely not.
But then again, I don't think the normal person would be able to really tell the difference. Like, let's say me and you, like that, there's a video of, like, I took the other day of us in the posing room and I've got like 20 pounds on you. I'm like obese compared to you. I don't think the normal untrained person would really be able to see a big difference between...
Well, they just see abs and... abs and like shape.
But I still hold abs. Do you know what I mean? So they'll be like, oh yeah, like they probably wouldn't be able to tell that you're like fucking 10 times above where I am in terms of...
Yeah.
So
it's taken me 25 weeks to get here, and you know how on it I am when it comes to like,
yeah, bro,
regimented.
And what's your calories been? What was the lowest they've been on regularly in cardio? Because it's pretty high.
So right now, the highest it's been is 16,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
An hour of cardio a day, 1,400 calories on a rest day.
Yeah.
And 1,800 calories on a training day.
Give me the secrets to not binging and ruining everything. As a former binge eater, you've been on it, haven't you? You haven't had one slip up. I haven't
deviated once, mate.
It's not even. Yeah, I feel like it's not even an option for you.
No.
Which is fucking cool.
But I don't know where I've got that from.
I think it's just because you haven't succumbed to it. And it's like Jordan Peterson says, I can't remember how he says it, but he says something like, it's like a butcher's quote.
Once you accept the demon into your life, the dragon grows.
Well, yeah.
Once you entertain the dragon, it grows and it comes for you. I don't know. Something like that.
No, basically how like, if you do something, make sure that you want to do it because you're going to do it again. Be it good or bad.
Yeah, creating that pathway.
Neurological pathways, bro. I was saying this to a fucking client like who isn't always on it, but yeah, the more times you repeat a behavior, the more times you're likely to do that behavior again. The
only way I can like, I'm no fucking special, mate. Like the thing is as well, it's like you've come from an athletic background, haven't you? Kind of, not like, but we're similar in a sense of like, typically when you get like guys that come from like boxing, right, and then they come into like bodybuilding, they smash it.
Yeah,
like absolutely smash it.
Just because of that,
mindset 100%. And the work ethic.
Yeah.
Whereas I've come from the background of like, I've always avoided sport. Like I was scared to like join the rugby team because I didn't want to make a fool of myself.
Yeah, but so was I, bro.
Yeah, but like but I never.
You've never been a sporty kid.
Yeah, but you played rugby now, didn't you?
Yeah,
I completely avoided it, man.
Oh, you didn't even do it.
I didn't even touch it. I didn't touch any sports because I was just scared of like failure, and I was scared of like making an
people
idiot
laughing
of
at you.
Yeah,
letting people down.
So I just never built that like competitive mindset. So I think it's more or less the reason why now I'm like rigid with it is because it's like I'm making up for those years.
That childhood trauma is making you.
Is that classed as trauma?
Nah,
it's not.
Maybe if you were like playing rugby and everyone was like, Tom, for fuck's sake, what are you doing? And started laughing at you. Yeah.
Nah. But I think it's just like now I'm just like, wow, I feel like I've got something to prove to myself. So I just like to stay on it. And then like when you start to see the fruits, like I get more satisfaction out of like laying in bed at night knowing that there was nothing I could have done to progress further that day.
Oh, bro.
Then what I could have done is like laying in bed at night feeling, oh, fuck's sake, I shouldn't have had that. I shouldn't have that.
Yes. It's a...
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can look at it from both sides. So I'm a man that has done that many a times, bro. And
you're laying in bed racking your brain like you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, bro. Or you go to bed feeling like shit.
But I've never had that.
You haven't. That you don't want that.
No, that's what I mean. I don't want that.
That's
so
good.
I don't do it.
But I guess the hardest bit is I think just getting to that point where you feel you know that what you're doing is going to give you that long-term gratification.
It doesn't matter what happens in the season, right? If I don't miss a beat, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if I can get towards the end of the season and win, how good am I going to feel? Like these, I mean, like I say win, I've already won twice. I'm joking.
Was a sword, hey, bro?
Proud of them.
Was a sword, huh?
I haven't got, well, technically I've got 2 swords, but they don't hand out swords at those shows that I did. So
technically you got no swords.
Physically, I've got no swords, but technically I do have overalls, which is kind of swords. But I do want a sword because I want to be able to like cut my 9 cookie dealer cookies that are waiting for me.
You want to find the previous year's winner and stab him through the chest with your sword. Yeah.
Nah, but so yeah, as I was saying, it's a win-win for me. If I get towards the end of the season and I can and I win like a big title, which I'm going for, I will feel incredible because I stuck to my guns and I achieved my goal and I did not miss a beat. If I get towards the end of the season and I don't win, I'm still like, mate, you literally didn't miss a beat. You
smashed it.
You brought your absolute like best. Like, yeah, it's just bodybuilding in the grand scheme of things from like a universal perspective. It's literally dancing around on a stage in a pair of board shorts. It's pretty weird. No one really cares. Men. But for me personally, if I can get towards the end of that and I'm like, didn't win, but guess what, mate? You did absolutely everything you could. Sound like that doesn't matter. That is still a win for me. So it's like, if I veer off track with my nutrition, if I skip a beat, if I don't do my cardio, if I just like kid myself, I'm just setting myself up for failure regardless.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you do all that and you get the win, fair play. You know, some people do, but I can't really afford to do that. You know.
I find your mindset shifts as well, dude. That's another massive one. Like when you're in that zone of like when you're just a mechanical fucking machine getting shit done, it like leaches into all aspects of your life.
It shifts for the positive and the negative though. I think there's just as much negative as there is positive.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I guess it depends on who you are really, but like in terms of like my past 26 weeks so far, you know, it's just been like pretty much isolation. Yeah. Not isolation like just staying and doing nothing, but like I've had to like push some personal shit to the side. I've had to say no to like a lot of like, you know, spending time with like you and going out and meeting up. But, you know, it's part of the game, I guess, you know, and it's not like I'm going to be prepping every single year.
Yeah. Maybe those people will just stop asking you to do things, Tom.
Yeah. That's it. And then you lose all your friends.
And you got to find a new group of friends. Have fun with your little...
I got loads of friends.
Have your little gym friends.
I got loads of friends in the gym, bro.
I don't need you, bro.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, just...
Do you reckon you'll ever prep again?
Oh, literally, seeing you, when I watched the show, seeing you on stage, it gave me fucking goosebumps when you won, man.
Mate, when I heard that video back and I heard you guys like screaming, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, mate,
that's cool. So... I actually like felt your emotion. I was like,
oh, I was so...
That's when you know that they're your boys.
I was so fucking happy for you, mate. I can't even, because I know how hard you've worked. I know like how like shit you used to look.
Insert photo of the one where you completely mogged me.
Oh, what a nass. Yeah. But seriously though, dude, like legit, like you the thing is you've never had like great genetics.
No, I don't.
You've always been like the underdog in that sense. I think a lot of people in your situation would have just been like, oh yeah, I don't have great genetics. Maybe like going to training like this and going to the gym isn't for me, you know, but you were like, oh, fuck this. And I absolutely smashed it in the results show. But yeah, when you won, I was like, or when they're calling your name out, I was so fucking invested in it. Like you could hear it in my voice. And I was like,
my villain arc.
Literally.
You watched it all come together.
But then I was like, oh, like you know what? Like I want to. If you were competing next year, I'd fucking compete to do it with you.
Would you?
Yeah.
Oh mate, I would not do it next year.
Yeah, I know. That's what puts me off because I don't want to do it alone like you.
Yeah. Why? That is not. You're not alone, man. Like I don't feel like I've been alone at all this year, just because like the little network that I've built up.
Yeah, but you're a little gym nerd. I'm not such a gym nerd.
Yeah. You're like bigger in the fitness industry than me, but I'm like actually properly into like the fitness industry.
Yeah, there's like the fitness industry, like lifestyle fitness, dabbles in a bit of competing.
Where am I then?
Then there's like the autistic little natural men's physique competitors in this little small rig. There's about 7 people, and you're one of those 7.
Yeah.
But yeah, man,
I like it.
It did make me want to step on stage. But I was like, but I'm going to IB for 3 days. I'm going to Turkey. I'm going to Thailand, and
what a shame.
Couldn't be doing that. Eh?
What are you doing in Turkey?
Getting a hair transplant, aren't I?
Gee.
Mate, I'm actually I'm actually low key worried. I'm pulling the trigger too early on this.
What if they line you up like a black guy?
They draw it on first. I'll make sure it's good.
They come out with a stencil. Like, which one do you want?
Oh,
and
it's like a widow's peak. It's
yeah, like this one is called the Dracula. This one is called the the school run dad. Whatever that would look like.
This one's called the Labumba.
Yeah, literally. That's what I mean.
like perfect square. Yeah.
What if they like take hair from your body somewhere and it's like the wrong kind of hair?
To be fair, I was thinking that. I was like, how sick would it be if they could just like take your chest hair out? You don't have to shave your chest again. They put it in your head.
No, but
that'd be rad.
Are you looking forward to it?
I'm not looking forward to the not training for 10 days because I'm really liking training. I fucking love training. And obviously I just had my surgery 3 months ago, and I've already had I had 2 months off.
Mate, you've been like a human pincushion.
So
man.
yeah, but I don't actually have any concern or fear about the procedure itself. Like people are like, well, my girlfriend was like, it's gonna be so painful, and I'm like, you're literally kidding me. I've had my knee like ripped apart. I don't give a fuck. Like.
Yeah,
I'm really.
It's
gonna be.
It's like perspective. That's like a ripple in the ocean. Mate.
Yeah, it's not gonna be shit, bro.
Probably quite nice.
Yeah, like it's funny because I used to be so scared of hospitals, but I could happily do like minor surgical procedures on myself. Like I could drain a seroma myself, or I can jab myself with shit myself, you know?
I remember when I was suffering with my shoulder and you were like, bro, just take some BPC.
Oh, peptides.
Yeah, peptides for it. And I never did. Do you remember? I'm that hardcore natty little nerd. And I came round and I like pinned myself with that little needle that you had from your steroid collection.
Yeah, well, now we're gonna have to go into it because I didn't want to like promote this stuff on social media. Everyone's gonna be like, what? But I think that was when I was taking melanotan, wasn't it?
Yes.
So yeah, the
tiny
the only thing I've injected, well, the only not natty thing is melanotan. But I think it would make you. I think it's classed as not being. It's a peptide, isn't it? So I think.
Well, yeah, so it'd be.
I think it's got to be like within. If I wanted to compete in the federation you're competing in, I think it's like 2 years between then and then in order to qualify as natural.
Right.
But yeah, melanotan 2, which makes you black and produce melanin, and it also gives you a boner as well. Why do all these drugs give you boners?
It's great.
Your Himbine gives you a boner. Melanotan gives you a boner.
I think that was the last time I had one, mate. It was just because of your Himbine.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a raging semi driving back from a gym.
Mm. But yeah, so anyway, like I like tested it and I like obviously just like
didn't you stab yourself with it? Yeah.
Like
it doesn't hurt, does it?
No,
it's just the mental thing of it.
Yeah. But imagine doing that every single day.
And I think, bro, with gear, like with actual like testosterone,
yeah, like shooting
it's
oil.
Other things. Yeah, so melanotan is you take it subcutaneously, so you use an insulin needle.
You can actually take tablets of it.
It sounds so unnatural, by the way. I'm still claiming that, even though I took melanotan in the past, because it literally.
Yeah, but some people just to get a better tan.
But to be fair, dude, if I was listening to someone talking about melanotan that I wasn't sure whether we're natural or not, I'd be like, bro, if he's injecting melanotan, he's obviously not going to have a problem with injecting steroids. Because that's what I used to think. I used to think Mike Thurston. I know I always talk about Mike Thurston. I've just got like a crush on him, obviously.
He's got the best tan on earth, isn't he?
Yeah, no, but I always used to think he wasn't natural because I was like, That doesn't really make sense, does it, actually? I was like, oh, if he's taking finasteride, then surely you would take gear as well to like compensate finasteride, because finasteride is going to suppress the testosterone and make you have a bad physique. But now I take finasteride, and then I can completely see like.
Do you think you've got some suppression then?
My DHT is literally 0.
Is it?
Yep, I got a DHT test.
So with DHT being in the absolute bin, what effect would that have on you?
So I'm not an expert on this.
I know obviously hair growth.
Yeah, so DHT is what primarily causes androgenic alopecia.
Yeah.
If you're genetically susceptible to it. So you want to eliminate DHT. But it can also, if you, like, I don't think having no DHT is good. Like, if you crush your DHT completely, it can give you symptoms of low testosterone.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, you need it. It's there for a reason.
But I think that free testosterone can make up for it. So as long as you're, like, in healthy levels, as long as you're someone that gets good sleep, that is fit, then...
Well, yeah, because you seem fine.
Yeah, then I haven't noticed any symptoms from an asteroid, like any side effects. My dick works fine. My cum's nice and fucking thick and viscous and liquidy.
Oh, good for you, bro.
Yeah, my erections are still hard.
Bro.
I might have had some, like maybe a slight reduction in sex drive. I don't know, but I don't feel like I've got any side effects from it. But yeah, what was it saying? Oh yeah, DHT, basically 0. But that's interesting because the only finasteride that I use is topical.
Right.
So you drop it on your hair with a little pipette.
And that still crushed your DHT?
Yeah, bro. So I thought I was when I first started, I was really hesitant to take finasteride because I heard all these horror stories from it about it like killing
finasteride syndrome.
Yeah, post-finasteride syndrome, about people getting depressed and wanting to kill themselves. And then I was really worried about taking it, even though I'd previously been taking an experimental androgen blocker, which is basically a SARM and blocks all androgens, like unapproved for human consumption. Dropping that, I'm a fucking idiot. And then I went to finasteride afterwards.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just thought in my head, like, I think a lot of the side effects are psychological, like they're psychosomatic. So I was like, okay, if I'm putting it on topically, I'm not going to get any side effects. And then also, I thought that I did think that if I were, there's a bit of research that shows that topical application versus oral affects your serum, so your blood DHT levels less.
Well, because it's slower absorbing.
I think the idea is meant to be because, yeah, you're just putting it on your head rather than it being.
Yeah, I was about to say,
body.
like, although your DHT is still crushed right now, if you're literally popping it straight into your system, although both of them make it the way.
Yeah,
both. I was thinking maybe it does have the oral does have
the dose
worse.
profile is more.
Yeah, it's like, well, I guess
stable.
it's like if you're like taking steroids, like say when you're taking steroids, it's better to take it more regularly to keep blood plasma levels or whatever regularly, rather than having the big peaks and troughs. Maybe that's similar with DHT, and you have more side effect. I don't know, mate.
I think
I don't have any hair loss. I can't relate.
Oh, you wait, bro. You wait. To be fair, you've got no testosterone. You can't get any.
No. Do you know what? Last prep, my hair was clumping out, bro. Like, and I know it was because of stress. And I know stress has been high recently, but because my face is blown up, when you go through a prep, you learn so much about your body, but also how the body works in terms of like stress and fatigue management and cortisol. I had like psoriasis all over my elbows.
I get that shit.
My hair was falling out, right? And this is at a time where my girlfriend was super, super ill. She had like an autoimmune disease herself.
Yeah.
And like psoriasis is an autoimmune disease. Eczema is an autoimmune disease in itself. So I was like looking after her. This is in 2021. She had a flare-up of an autoimmune disease. My prep combined with looking after her, poor quality sleep, like my elbows just blew up with psoriasis.
It was itchy as fuck.
My hair started like falling out in the shower and whatnot. This prep, although it's been hard, like no psoriasis on my elbows because I've been looking after my like mental health.
I think it's mental versus physical stress, isn't it?
Now crazy how much of an effect. Like, yes, I've got physical stress, but like in terms of like my mental game this time round is so much better. And like, my hair hasn't fallen out. My elbows have been fine.
Bro, it's fucking nuts. Like Jake was saying, he went through like a rough patch recently and was like super, super, super high stress. Like he couldn't sleep. It was like he had a temperature. He was getting night sweats. He had like psoriasis. His skin was all flaking off. His hair was falling out. It's like you got radiation. It's fucking crazy, isn't it?
I cannot express. Like, if you're like 18, 17 years. Mate, do you remember at uni, we'd literally like slam like 1,3-dimeth pre's at like
6 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
7, 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Mate, I used to go to Pure Gym at like 11 p.m. and just, I'm like, oh yeah, this is pre-workout. This is what you do. Like, you just take this.
Oh, La Boomba still does that. Like 10, 11 o'clock and he'll be drinking like double scoop of fucking...
Oh my God. But you know what I mean? Like, this is pre-workout. This is what you do.
Yeah.
No consideration for like sleep or recovery, right? And then wonder why my 3rd year of university, I literally went through like mental torment with like the world's worst anxiety. Like anxiety, I was like scared to get into like closed spaces and I'd have panic attacks if I got into cars.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like horrible. Do you remember that? Yeah. And like just no consideration for like any of that shit. Now it's like I can't express how important sleep is.
Dude, they say
it's so important.
They say that every mental health condition, every single mental, from schizophrenia, from psychosis to bipolar disorder, is all directly related to disruption of sleep. Whether disruption of sleep is the cause or it's linked, like it's not known, but how fucking mad is that, bro?
Mate, sleep is so important for like, for instance, like it downstreams onto everything. So like emotional regulation.
Yeah.
You know, your ability to regulate your emotions.
Inhibition, cravings.
So like I'm trying to diet, bro, but my food isn't that low and I keep binge eating. It's like, all right, how's your sleep?
Have you read Why We Sleep?
No, I haven't.
I gotta read it. It's so
Does it
good.
go into that?
It's so good, man.
Yeah.
It's I had it on my bookshelf for about 2 years because I just looked at the cover and was like, well, this is like a fucking boring book. And I started reading it, I was like, this is so good. It's like, yeah. It talks about how your cravings for sugary foods will increase when you're sleep deprived.
Yeah.
So you'll specifically crave like sugary, salty, fatty. How mad is that?
And it's like, again, if you combine that, like if you're underslept like drastically, your ability to regulate your emotions is going to be impacted like huge. Like it's ridiculous how much it actually affects you. You know what like someone's like when they're underslept, they're horrible.
Yeah.
You know? Emotionally reactive. So not only are you hungry because you're low energy from lack of sleep, your body is now craving sugary foods.
Yeah.
And your ability to regulate your emotions and your actions is impaired.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You're going to fucking binge eat.
Now we binge.
You literally, do you know what I mean? So it's like, from working with like hundreds of people, right? Like from working with so many people, literally I sound like they're like parent banging on about you need to sleep.
It's hard to get it through to people though, isn't it?
Yeah. And how important that is. And then when they actually finally do it, it's like the blanket has just been lifted over them. And it's like, this is so like they actually start to prioritize it and then their eating habits get better. Any kind of like conditions or like their skin starts to get better. Like it's so important, man. I can't express it. But yeah, that's one thing I've been like prioritizing is just sleep, not being an idiot, not staying up too late.
Yeah.
And it's been a game changer. Last time I prepped, which is when we was doing RET and I was pulling all-nighters. I was doing all, and guess what? Like elbows blown up with psoriasis and hair falling out. Now, yeah, it's hard, but fine.
Yeah, man.
Sleep.
Sleep.
Anything you want to add to that, mate, about sleep?
Not really. I like sleeping.
How much do you sleep? Probably not enough. I see you like Mo was last active this X amount of hours ago.
Okay, so I'm a bad for working like I don't watch TV or anything.
Yeah.
So like sometimes I'll just get like a burst of inspiration and then just work right up until I go to bed, which is quite bad. But since reading that Why We Sleep, I've actually been a lot better with it. Yeah. So I try and go to bed here recently about around 11 o'clock. And then
that's not too bad.
Get up around 7:30. So
obviously, like
8 hours sleep.
Yeah, for me right now, I have no choice because my body's just like sleep, go, turn
off.
Whereas like in my off season, I will be up later. I know because I've got more energy.
Yeah,
and like I'll have like I'll want to like stay up late and work, so that's a given. But I feel like people don't do stuff. People don't actually appreciate and take action on things until they've learned about it. It's like now that you're actually aware of like
100%.
Oh, like this is why it's important. If you didn't know that, you're not going to do it, man.
Yeah.
That's why like even just like reading books about sleep just to open up your eyes about why sleep is actually important, you're more likely going to actually action that.
Well, it's like when you realize that you will be more productive, you'll get more work done when you're like, I would used to do something, say, for example, if I had work to do still in my day, I would stay up like an extra 2 hours, maybe to 1 a.m. to finish it.
Yeah.
But then that 2 hours lost of sleep is probably going to be 4 hours lost of work from the next day.
Sleep's for the weak, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Well, think about what your competition is doing.
Oh, I used to actually pull
that hustle culture, mate, has poisoned people, hasn't it?
I used to pull all-nighters at uni, bro. Like I would have like a pre-workout at like 1 a.m. to finish like papers or, you know.
I bet you used to be one of those people that used to like share on like your story, like, while you're sleeping, I'm out here grinding, bro.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, I was. Yeah, but no, I remember that sitting in my old uni room, just drinking like pre-workout or I can't remember, just to stay awake. Now, if I did have to do that, I think the best thing for it is nicotine.
You like your snuzzers, don't you?
Well, I do like them, but I feel like snuzz is just supreme because with a vape, right? With a vape, it tastes good. It tastes nice. It tastes fruity. It's like, oh, this is nice. Like a nice little fruity flavor, fruity taste. Oh, wow.
Squirt there.
Got those poverty sodas.
These are unreal, mate.
They are pretty good. But yeah, with snuzz, bro, like you put it in, it burns your fucking gums, gives you mouth cancer, it recedes your gums. Like,
does it? That sounds healthy.
I think long term it does, yeah. But it's like, you don't want to do it. So the only time, so I feel like I actually got addicted to nicotine through vaping for a little bit. Like I think it's last summer before last.
Oh, you were, mate, I was like messaging you. I was like,
I wasn't
dude.
fucked.
I was like, you're addicted. I was like, you are an addict.
But I would go out and like, I don't think I was that bad, but I would go out and then I would just keep the vape from a night out. Like I think, but if I was going out like every other weekend and the vape would last like a week, I wouldn't need to. I might have brought 2 vapes, not for nights out, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I would just be like, oh yeah, I'll just do it in the car
you start to rationalize.
To pass the time. I was like, oh yeah, I'm pretty hungry. I'll just have a vape now instead of eating for an hour. Just have a little few puffs to curb my appetite.
I'm sat on the toilet. I'll just vape to just, fill my time.
Basically, I'm not even going to say it. Yeah. You're smashing on our vapes once as well.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my days.
But yeah, bro.
I literally, from a third person perspective, watched the full arc of you becoming an addict to vape. And I watched it and I was like, I'm not going to say anything to him because he's just going to have to learn the hard way. And I know he's not an idiot and he will realize eventually. But I was like, you're an addict, bro. And you're like, no, I just do it this. I just
like the taste, bro.
Yeah, just only on weekends,
but when I realised that,
I'm not going to waste it if there's some left over after night out. Like,
true.
Yeah.
When I realised that, I just cut it. I just stopped completely. Like I just was like cold turkey on it.
Do you have a vape in your ownership right now?
No, I do not.
Good man.
I will still, if I go on a night out, if I drop a couple of Garys, a couple of disco biscuits on my yearly or a couple on special occasions, then I will partake in vaping.
I'm not gonna lie, professionalism. I'm fucking first send.
But let me wrap this vape segment first before we go on a meandering tangent.
No. I wasn't going to.
Wait. No.
I'm sorry, my brain was just. I was
just gonna say, yeah. I will literally set myself a rule and stick to it that no vape will leave the venue with me. Like even if I've had one puff and it's unused, I'll just bin it. Like it's done. It's gone.
Think about a vape though, bro. It's like, I don't know if this sounds like it's not meant to sound. It's a plastic tube with a little lithium battery in it with some weird liquid that you don't actually really know what it is. Produced in a factory where you don't really know what the factory looks like or... It's just a weird thing, mate.
But nicotine is a great drug, dude. It's
amazing.
It's a nootropic. It's a stimulant, and the only downside is it's super addictive. So I might actually get nicotine patches one day.
Why though?
Because like I said, going back to that point, like if it's got a relatively short half life, so like if I'm driving or late at night, like so I'll use snus.
But do you need it if you've got caffeine,
bro? I'll literally
pick your poison.
I will 100%, dude. If I'm driving at 1 a.m. and I'm like late to somewhere, I will take nicotine every time. It's not going to disrupt my sleep as much.
We've just spoken about sleep, bro. Come on, you need to prioritize. You pull over and you sleep, right?
What?
Even on the hard shoulder,
you stop in the middle of the road. But yeah, bro, so like yeah, with the snooze, I started doing snooze. Like I don't recommend anyone take snooze, but I started doing it like
it's great
a year ago. But then I would have it like I have it now, like once every 2. I don't have that. I'll only take it as a tool to when it's necessary, like because it's not nice to do. You know?
Do you know what? This is how I knew I'd reached like the bottoms of my prep. I don't vape. I don't smoke. You know, like I don't do any of that. If I'm like on a night out, like and Mo's got a vape,
I'll shove it in your face.
Yeah, you'll shove it in my face, and I'll be like, I'm not vaping tonight. And then before I know it, I'm like, I've turned into Thomas the Tank Engine, right? But I was walking past a shop and I just saw like an ad for like Elf bars, and I was like, do you know what that actually looks? Do you know like when you see like an ice, like a Coke machine, right? And it's got like the perspiration on the can,
a little bit of condensation,
and like it looks really good. Like,
I
just cracking over. I looked at an Elf bar ad. I was like, just get a vape. I was like, that'll fix me.
They are lethal though.
Yeah,
for bodybuilders.
Yeah,
because of that.
Yeah, I know. And then I saw like you go to a show now, go to a bodybuilding show. Mate, you can't see anything outside because there's just vapes everywhere. It's like you're not a true bodybuilder unless you vape.
Because it curbs your appetite, isn't it? Yeah. It's like Brightman, mate.
I didn't give in. Yeah, good. Joe Brightman, he turned into a train, dude.
Mate, every now and then on his close friend's story, not for a while. We'll see him having, like on a night out though. Like on the rare occasion he goes out, he'll still have a vape. But I think he's quit it because I was chatting to him and he's like, yeah, bro, this is fucking hard. Because he was coaching me and I was talking to him about it and he was like, yeah, I'm trying to quit, but it's fucking difficult.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
tastes good.
Should we get a vape after this? I kind of want one.
No.
Yeah, nice little pineapple.
See, I'm not, that's your like, inner like, again, it's like, I'm flat out addicted to Monsters. Like, and just caffeine. I don't drink coffee or anything like that, tea. So like my like is Monsters. So I know what it's like to like, even just like the experience of like cracking that Monster, like, oh, here we go. Oh. And instantly you feel like, even though like the caffeine physically hasn't had a chance to like process, you feel a wave, like even before. I mean, it's
that's
crazy.
Probably just you feeling normal. But I fucking love caffeine, mate. like literally the amount of caffeine I consume as well. Like you're probably worse than me. You're definitely worse than me in the minute.
I would say at the moment, my average intake's about 450
milligrams. Yeah, I'm probably like 200-300. I just love coffee and I just love being caffeinated.
Yeah. Go.
Oh, honestly, man. And yeah, I feel like it's worth it. Like even if there's loads of negative side, I don't give a fuck about optimization and you should have caffeine once. Do you know what I mean? Get me off my fucking.
After you wake up, you got what is that? One thing I do, not so much recently, it's kind of gone in the bin, but in general,
have a gap.
After I wake up, just to allow the body go through its natural it's a cortisol spike in the morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just to kind of allow it to do its little bodily processes, and then I just smash it with the caffeine and then get my day started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Caffeine's great, but vapes, nah, not me, mate. Not me.
Fair play, mate. The first send, Tom.
First send.
Where are you going to go?
Where are we? Oh, you're going to be in.
Is it going to be? Well, it might be New Year's, because I'll be back for them.
Okay.
I'll be visiting the fam.
I'm not waiting till New Year's. Are you crazy?
What?
I'm not waiting for you.
Who else are you going to go out with?
I'll go out on my own.
Will you?
Nah. Never say never. Do you know what I want to do? I really want to go to Thailand.
Yes.
And I want to try one of those mushroom shakes.
Welcome to Thailand. Yeah, I'll do one with you.
Is it Thailand or is it Bali?
Thailand do it as well.
Yeah.
So you can get them at the beach.
I just want to sit on a beach, man.
Off your fucking nut of mushrooms.
But that's my kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mate, come Thailand when I'm out there.
I might pop out.
Do it. It'll be worth it.
I've got no reason as to why I shouldn't or can't.
100%.
So I'm going to do it. But yeah, anyway, the first send. I do know that there's, I think not long after, I think it might be like Subfocus event.
Where?
That would be nice.
Where?
London. I think it's Subfocus Wembley. It's not Subfocus Wembley again, is it?
Oh, bro, I felt like that venue's fucking dead though.
Oh, if it's that same one, I might have been off.
I'm over like big stadium events. I think they're shit. I like sweaty, intimate.
I want to get me into the Black Swan in Bristol, mate.
So, bro, we should go. Do you want to try and go to Amsterdam for New Year's or something? Go to something weird, like some like let's go to
I've
like
never been
Berlin or Amsterdam or like something where they actually have like a ridiculous sound system.
Yeah. I'm going to be fat by then as well, and I'm just going to be like a monster.
You're going to be like eating like 7 disco biscuits for it to even touch the side because you'll be like 400 pounds, mate.
Like people look at me now like, yeah, you're a bit gross, like a little bit skinny.
It'll be greasy then.
People are going to be looking at me like thinking the set, like, but the opposite. Like, oh yeah, he doesn't look healthy.
You're just a man of extremes, mate.
Yeah, there's no in between.
To be fair, I think you're definitely more like attractive when you're skinnier. Because your face blows up. So everyone's face blows up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But your face really changed.
I'm a hyper responder in the face.
Hyper responders are getting fat in the face.
Literally, yeah. I store a lot of my weight in my face. So like, as soon as I get into, I basically like the reason why I've had to get so lean is because like I have the worst body fat distribution ever.
You do. We're saying this,
peak off season, I have striations in my triceps, but my stomach is like blown.
I'm like the opposite.
Yeah, it's so annoying, and I do think that's partially as to why you've got more followers than me, mate. I'm joking, it's not. No, it's true, because in my off season when I'm actually trying to build muscle,
you look like shit.
Look crap.
Yeah,
man.
no, I agree.
Like in the grand scheme of things, obviously I don't. I still look. It looks rubbish.
Bro, yeah.
But yeah, body fat distribution. That's why I've had to get so lean this year. Is like for me to have like blocky shredded abs, like my glutes have to be in. That's what I've learned this year.
And I can be like 93 kilos and still have a 6-pack.
Yeah,
but then if I have like no tricep striations.
Yeah. Like I've got like there's like men's physique condition.
Yeah,
and then there's bodybuilder condition. But I have to get bodybuilder condition to look good men's physique.
Yeah,
so it's annoying. Because I've seen like some men's physique guys, like you can't even see their teardrops on their quads.
Yeah.
Not because they're underdeveloped, like they've got big muscular legs, but like because the body fat is in there. Whereas like mine are like cross-striated and feathered in my quads in order to like have that condition all round, you know?
Yeah.
But there we go. But yeah, anyway, so Amsterdam, I'm keen to answer your question.
Thailand, mate. Get out to Thailand. I really want to go to Japan, and I've said this. But yeah, I want to do, obviously... Well, I'm going to be moving to Thailand and I'll be back at Christmas and I'll probably be back out to Thailand.
We have Christmas together.
Aren't you spending Christmas with your family?
Yeah.
What do you mean Christmas together?
You are my family, bro.
So we're just going to have like, just me and you on Christmas?
Yeah, like buy each other gifts and stuff.
Could do. Get a little.
I want to get you.
Me, you and Albie.
What should we get? Should we get each other a gift this year, mate?
All right. Sure. I feel like men don't really do gifts.
What do you think I would like? Protein.
I don't know.
A pair of pecs.
I was thinking. I don't know what you'd like. Something video game related. Get back into your gaming.
I'd get you like a record player.
A record player.
So you could play some vinyls, like drum and bass ones.
That's a very thoughtful gift. But I have 2 already.
Yeah, but you don't use them.
So
I'll get you a third one that you don't use. That's a good idea.
Yeah, well, I sold all my DJ decks.
That's what I mean. It's like I know you can't utilize that anymore.
I quit the DJ industry, bro.
So yeah, like, I know you can't do that. So if you just like had like a pretty sick like vinyl player, you could still play all the drum and bass vinyls you got.
Nah, I will put my decks back in.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I sold all my.
You've sold everything for this trip, haven't you?
Well, pretty much. I had a carload of stuff. So like most of that was VQ clothes, Legend London clothes.
If you're wondering where Queen's gone, she's been sold back to the Thai wife market.
Literally. Yeah. But no, I've sold pretty much all of my things. I've kept those. I've got like 2 Technic 1210s are called. So I'll keep like DJing. Like I do want a pair of decks, but I've like basically given up DJing.
Go back to like the real basic ones that are like really small.
Oh, they're like CDJ like 900s or something.
Yeah, get some of them.
Absolutely not. Nah, my DJ career is over, bro. I've retired now.
Why?
Couldn't make it. Nah, I felt like, I don't know. I might go back to it. I've still got my stuff to make music. There's a couple of things. I feel like DJing it's a bit of a novelty. Like unless you're you're not going to make it as a DJ. Unless you're a chick or Andy C.
Yeah.
If you're a white male like myself, you're fucked. Nah, I'm half joking. And then the other thing was as well, like, it was like I feel like I do too many things, as you know.
100%.
And I'd have to, and if I try and keep trying to do everything, then everything's going to ultimately fail or not do well. Like, I want to be really good at one thing. And then I felt like I was DJing because I was like in love with this like romantic lifestyle, like getting to travel, freedom, go into places. And I'm like, hang on a minute. Like, I can already do all those things with my current life. And I probably make a lot more. Well, I do make a lot more money now.
Unless you're like a big producer DJ, like it's not actually like great money, is it?
Oh, bro, but even like my friends that are sick producers and sick DJs and have like literally made it, like have fans and people like looking up to them and get booked for the biggest shows. I still feel like I'd rather my life when you think about it.
Well, there we go then.
Bro, you're like going to a lot of places by yourself. You're up until like 6, 7 a.m. So your sleep is fucked.
Yeah.
That's not to say I'd never go back to it, but I think for now I just had to make the decision to like focus on
one thing.
Yeah. Social media, business, training, YouTube.
Well, it's as with anything, mate. Spreading yourself too thin, it's like you're going to be half decent at many things but never excel.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't want that.
And it's like me, for instance, when I left university and I did a degree in product design, I was just like, no, I just want to do fitness. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll make it work.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously gone down the route of like online coach, which it seems like absolutely everyone wants to do right now. But like, I'm solely just invested into that for now, and it's slowly but surely paying off. And that's it.
But you enjoy it though, man, don't you?
Absolutely love it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, if you enjoy it and you're good at it, you're going to be able to make money from it.
Yeah. Well, it's like, oh, how do I be a good online coach? Or how do I gain clients? It's just like, be good. Just get good. And if you're not good enough yet, like you just have to spend those years getting good.
100%.
There's no other way about it. Like if you look at, and it's the thing, like Josh, for instance, Unglued.
Yeah.
Like how many years has he been doing this producing and DJing?
Oh, bro, he's probably been doing it for like 20 years.
Exact. How long have you been doing it for?
Well, maybe a little longer, but maybe you do it 15. I
2.
Nah, like 5.
Okay, but still 3 times as long.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And 5 years is like a long time, but 15 years.
But 5 years on and off as well. You know.
Yeah,
like,
well, exactly.
With producing.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, you look at any like the top online coaches in it. Dude, I remember like seeing them doing online coaching before I even knew what online coaching was.
Yeah. Well, like Callum and...
Yeah. And it's just like, it's as with anything, man. It's just like Josh has just been all in on that one thing and he's doing well. Callum has just been all in on that one thing and he's doing well. It's like, you can't fucking... There's too many correlations or whatever it just aligns to that is like ultimately, regardless of who you are, regardless of what background or ruling out luck that people do fall into, it's like for the average person, which is most of us, just hammering that one thing and staying absolutely dedicated to that is your most sure way to success.
I feel like it's patience as well. Yeah, patience 100%. As well, dude, and sticking it out.
Yeah,
because I've known, as you were saying that, it made me think of me with YouTube, for example. Like a few years ago, I would average like 40k views a video, average kind of shitty video upload. Recently, mate, my views have been fucking shit. Like the last like 5 uploads I did got like 5k views on average, which is terrible.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
it's gut wrenching, isn't it? It's like, oh, kicking the nuts.
Yeah, a little bit, man. And it's just like all that hard work goes to nothing, or it feels like it. But then I've been thinking about it, and I think like the style of content I've been making completely changed. So I went from making like vlog, random fuckery stuff, and then I went for a phase of making like self-help, kind of like sit down, discussing things stuff. And it's almost like, okay, I make like 5 to 10 of those videos. The views all do shit because it's a completely different flip up in content.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, fuck this and stop doing it. But then if I stick that out and keep going through that change over the long term, let's say over 6 months, a year, that will eventually pick up and I'll get known for that. Mm-hmm. But I think it's hard to get past that. Like it's not taking off immediately.
But the thing is though, man, like from my perspective, again, I don't do YouTube, but like if if you are doing something or creating content, like this is just my opinion, if you are doing or creating content that you genuinely enjoy, it kind of overpowers the short term of like not getting a lot of traction. Because if you still enjoy it, you're going to fucking keep doing it, man. You're going to keep doing it. And then people start showing up. Whereas if you are constantly just catering towards like what you feel like people would make you like want to make, or like what the algorithm wants, it's like it doesn't matter if it's doing really, really well, because ultimately you're still not fucking happy.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Kind of.
You've got to play the game, and I get that.
There's definitely an aspect of it though, like where we are
Sam Sulek.
We are simple creatures.
Yeah, but do you know Sam Sulek?
I do, yeah.
He just creates videos because he wants to create videos.
Yeah.
Maybe it's luck, I don't know, but he's uploaded every single day making videos that he just wants to make for the past like year.
Yeah.
And now it's obviously paid off for him.
Yeah.
Every single day. And it's just stuff that he wanted to make. He documented it because he wanted to document it. Now people have like vibe with it. But what was you going to say?
I was just going to say it's like that dopamine driven feedback loop as well though, dude. It's like now imagine that Sam Sulek started like, he was making videos every single day. I think this is where it becomes fuckery. And then he gets 500k subscribers. And then in 3 months time, only 200 people start watching his videos.
Yeah.
That's going to fuck with him.
Absolutely.
So it's all because it's like a transition from like passion to the dopamine coming from that growth.
Yeah.
So I think that's the difficult thing. But then I completely agree with what you said, man, because
and again, it's easy for me to say that. One, because I'm not a YouTuber, but two, like the algorithm does rule.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if your content's doing well, all of a sudden it can just fall off the face of the earth. You know, and then, why is people not seeing my stuff? And obviously I know that's happened to you.
Ever since
so
the
it's easy for me to say that, right?
Ass.
But I don't know, man. It's not an easy game. This social media is so toxic. It's a joke. Like anyone that's been in like, you know, the social media scene for like 10 years and it's been their full-time career, it's like exhausting. You know, it must be exhausting.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's good. Don't get me wrong. Like I guess you could call my business social media based business.
I do agree. I do agree with you.
It's like the mental. I'm like, I'm social.
Well, it's almost like it's weird because like
the mental games.
We like to be stoic and like take control of our own destinies, but then it's like you're under the control effectively of this thing that's basically
of a third party
unrelated to you. Yeah. So
have direct control of your income.
If someone wanted to delete all of your social media accounts at one of these companies, they could, and then you'd be fucked.
It's crazy.
So so I feel like with me, man, I want to like we've discussed this as well in the last one. Like we need to get something going on that's just independent of social media or an entity that grows by itself. You know,
we need to escape
escape the matrix, my guy.
Get out of the matrix.
Exactly, we do.
No, it is true though. It is true. But then again, it's like, that does need to happen. 100%. Yeah, and maybe we'll see soon. I don't want to. Let's not even talk about it, mate. What do we just talk about? I don't know. Men in Black, Flash pen.
Yeah. We just need to get that sorted and get things rolling.
Wait until I've got some cows in me, mate. In 4 weeks' time, and
cows in you.
Calories.
Oh.
Callum muscle.
I went straight to like do you know in Vietnam you can blow up a cow with an RPG for $1,000.
Well, I know where I'm going for New Year's then.
Yeah, I said to this to Queen.
How much?
$1,000.
Quite expensive.
Yeah, but you get to blow up a whole cow.
Do you get to eat it after?
Rocket. I don't know if there's anything left, mate. You're shooting a cow with a rocket propelled grenade. Part of me is like, I kind of want to blow up a cow, but part of me is like, that's so cruel.
No, I'd get nothing out of it. Honestly, I'd get nothing out of it.
Aren't you curious to see what would happen? I'm more curious to see what would happen to a cow if it was hit with an RPG. Like, is there going to be nothing left? Is there like a big chunk of meat?
It'd just be a mess, man.
You reckon?
It's not going to be pretty,
I think it might be Cambodia, actually, not Vietnam. I can't remember, but yeah.
They hand you this like rusty RPG that like is definitely not fit for use. So you're basically paying $1,000 to potentially blow yourself up as well.
Yeah, well...
That's the kind of shit
Inshallah,
I need to get out there and like actually realize this stuff exists.
Bro, Asia is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a different planet, man. all the people speak funny, they look weird. It's like being on fucking Mars.
Apparently in like Bali, they're not actually too, obviously, if you're paying for a service, they're going to be. Or if there's money to be drawn out of you, they're going to be. But apparently the locals aren't that like welcoming to tourists.
They're probably just sick of people in Bali, dude.
Yeah, I can imagine. I bet there's a lot of like assholes that go over there and just cause like issues.
Bali is incredibly westernized. So it was my least favorite place I went to, I think.
Really?
Yeah, because when I first went to Asia, I went to Bali, Thailand, Vietnam. Vietnam was a favorite. Thailand was the second favorite. Bali was my least favorite. But
Vietnam was your favorite?
Yeah.
Cool.
Because it is like everything.
Probably where there's the least tourists.
Everything's super, super cheap. Yeah, everything's super cheap. I feel like the people there, like Thailand's probably the friendliest, but I almost feel like the people in Vietnam, weren't as friendly, but they were like, it was very authentic.
I was literally about to say, like, I bet there's just like an authenticity you get there, like
so fucking cheap as well. Yeah. But yeah, bro, Bali's like, it's very Americanized. It's, you know, like there's like, I don't know what it is, but it just feels like very Western. And I think there's a lot of white people, like a lot of tourists, very busy because it's a small island as well. And it's obviously Bali. It's got that connotation of being a tropical, but a lot of expats out there.
The Instagram island.
Literally, bro. So yeah, I don't really rate it so much for that. And it's quite expensive. But yeah, Vietnam's fucking cool. Thailand's cool as well, just because it's like, it's just Thailand. It's like different.
And you're going to have little Thai babies one day.
Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, probably.
When do you want kids by?
I don't know. Because I feel like you always plan things.
I think like,
and that time comes and you're like, oh, okay, I'll wait.
I think planning stuff to a T, like, is just, it's not a vibe.
Early 30s.
Yeah.
So I still got plenty
5
of time.
years. 6 years. 6 years.
6 years, 7 years.
Loads
8
of
years.
Time. It's loads of time.
Fucking ages. But yeah, I want to go to Cambodia though.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to go to Cambodia. That's cool.
Get some mopeds.
Yeah, mate. Well,
cruising.
This is what I want to do, bro. I want to go out to like Vietnam or something, or Cambodia, and just drive on a moped across it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vibe.
Or a little motorbike. You got to learn to ride it. Can you ride a motorbike?
Of course I can.
With gears?
Oh. No.
You'll learn. It's all right. But yeah,
fine.
Jake's keen. And you should come. We should do it like a little road trip.
Yeah.
Because it's just fucking ridiculous, man. It's an adventure.
I'm keen, mate. Let's do it.
Right. Should we wrap this?
Let's wrap it, man.
Let's wrap it. It's a good place to wrap it.
Cool. Beautiful.
Right, people. Mr. Tom Stockton.
My guy. Thank you for having me on.
Online coach extraordinaire.
How many times have I been on here now?
I don't know. Well, this new and improved one, you've been on like once.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I quite dig them. Like we'll do another one for sure.
I'm keen.
I like just chatting shit.
Yeah. So
like
shoot the shit.
Yeah. We'll do one in maybe the next one we do will be in Thailand.
Should we make? I'm gonna make that happen.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. Sweet. My guy. Are you not gonna do that thing?
What thing?
Like the outro to the guest.
Nah, not for you, mate.
So thank you for coming on, Tom. Where can people find you? So you can find me on.
It's all coming out of the woodwork now, Tom. You're just here for the outro, aren't you? To get some more clients from me, my guy.
So Tom, my name's Tom. Thank you very much for having me.
Nice to meet you, Tom.
Tom Stockton with 2 N's on the end on Instagram, and you can also check out my podcast, which is called Board Shorts and Banter, coming very soon. And it's
you decided to call it that?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. So it's all things kind of fitness related, but again, having a bit more of a relaxed approach on it because people don't want to listen to a robot all the time. So Board Shorts and Banter coming soon every Wednesday. Check it out.
Exciting times, mate. Where can they find it?
Well, you will be able to find it on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music.
You made the account on YouTube yet?
I'm doing that today.
Oh, so it'll be up by the time this is up.
Yes.
I look forward to it, mate.
Yes.
And with people.
Beautiful.
Ciao.
Ciao.